What's good, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop here, pardon me. Got wires everywhere. My rug is all over the place. Almost had an issue. Couldn't log into the Wi-Fi for a minute. I'm on my new computer, so it was like, I never logged into the house. I didn't know. So shout to y'all. Can y'all hear me very well? I hope so. Turn this volume up. What's my volume? There's a new computer, so I'm still figuring this out. I only used it once for that one live. There we go. So anyway, shout to all of y'all. Super Bowl cometh. Super Bowl's on the way. We're getting ready. Shout to everybody that's here already, coming in early. All that. It's gonna be freaking dope. You know, I gotta hit that like button on the way in the door. Hopefully, y'all here with me. Remember, I want to stream y'all, so the message is coming through a little slow. Let me get everybody in here. What's good? What's good? I see y'all in the building. Make sure y'all logged in so I can see y'all names and everything. What's going on? What's going on? Shout to everybody from Paradise Life Facebook group. They in here, or you guys, YouTube, you guys in here. Shout to everybody. If you're on the Paradise Life Facebook group, you want to come over to YouTube, jump on YouTube. Make sure you logged in, hit that like button, subscribe, all that. JTT, what's good? Fred, what's good? Turn this up a little bit. So before we get started, welcome to Wednesday Night Raw. I'm your host, Mr. Flip Flop, a.k.a. Greg, a.k.a. the Chicken Man, a.k.a. Mr. Red Cup. I'm going to steal my homie name from Hempstead, Terrace Ave, a.k.a. Pretty and Red. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you the shirt right here. This is the limited edition. This is not the shirt I'm doing for Super Bowl, but it's a limited edition. Shout to Steve Brody. Limited edition Paradise Life shirt. On Friday, I will post all the shirts. I support Mr. Flip Flop, the Super Bowl, which you got hanging at the bar, and Mr. Flip Flop, and the World Traveler. I will post those shirts on my status and on Instagram. Those shirts are limited edition. They're part of Paradise Life, but done by outside entity. Shout to my man Steve Brody. He come up with the dope designs. Everything you see now is just a prelim because we about to go into Memorial Weekend, then we go into Halloween, and the shirts are going to be out of this world. So all them groups that only do shirts, I'm sorry. You're gonna really be hurting after that. Shout to all of the travel groups, but they're gonna be like, damn, he done took the shirt game to a new level. So take a look at that again. Shout out to Steve, bro. This is another one. Paradise Life Super Bowl, Sosua. Okay, so that's going to be for sale. Like I said, this is apart from my business, so it's going to be for sale. This shirt, black and red, I support Mr. Flip Flop, and the Paradise Life World Traveler. My homie Steve Brody made those shirts. They're really, really dope, and we got more to come, too. We got more coming. So apart from the regular shirts, Catch Flight Not Feelings, Paradise Life, The World Is Yours, we got some other limited edition joints we doing. Shout to all you guys that got a passport holder. If you haven't got one, I got them at Flip Flop. Limited supplies, but getting more in a minute. But man, they are so dope. I'm excited. I'm super excited. So tonight, Wednesday Night Raw. I told you guys a million times, I'm going to always tell you the story about how travel saved my life. First off, make sure you got your red cup. You know how we do Wednesday. Remember, it used to be called Red Cup Chronicles. That was what Wednesday Night Raw was called. I want to give a big shout out to Third Mundo. We started calling it Wednesday Night Raw when it was me and Mundo. Shout out to Mayor Sosua. I spoke to him today. He said it's channeling, deleted. We'll see what happens. I'll tell y'all something. Hold on. Catch up on these comments, y'all. 4:15 exit. Beat it in next week. I'll be here, brother. I'll be here. If you're not pulling up for the boat party, hit me up. We got spots up on the boat. I had a couple crews say they want their own boat. I ain't heard from them yet, so it is what it is. JTT, what's good? Fresh C, A Roma Queens in the building. My homie Nano, what's good? Sosa, all goody. School, what's good? With you, DJ Ben Loco, what up? King Sam, all my people in here. Space City, Miguel Torres, what's good? Sophia Felix in the building. How you doing, love? Listen, my calling my big bro now. My big bro Don Burke in the building. All right, matter of fact, let's pay some bills real quick. I don't got the new commercials up, but you go to my Instagram and they will be posted on YouTube soon. Shout to Don, man. Don has definitely taken flip-flop and Paradise Life to another level. We're doing big things. So let me give you guys this real quick. There we go. You already know we branding over here. We big with it. Hold on. Let me catch up on the comments. JTT, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. You got to say the whole thing, baby. But I used to be on Long Island. Listen, if you listen to my story, I was everywhere, which is why this live is going to break down to y'all how travel really saved my life. I always said I'd tell a story, but I said, you know what? I got to tell the story because I see people with this passport bros, quote unquote shit, and how people say, oh, the passport bros are bad. But like I said, I'm not a passport bro. I'm a bro with a passport. And the reason I say that is because there's no validity in the passport bro movement. There's no leadership. There's no levels in what you need to do. Like I said, with Paradise Life, we have leadership. We have rules. We have regulations. So we have things, you can't say nothing about Paradise Life that ain't real. You could make something up, but you can't show and prove that we do things wrong. We don't do things a certain way. We're the #1 travel networking group in the world. We have multiple businesses around the world, show people how to live, expats around the world. So our shit is a little bit different. With Passport Bros, is just a name that someone threw out there and people started following and running with it. So like I said, no knock on that, but I'm just saying, like, I really am from somewhere and been so many places that I have a story to tell. And it's a crazy story. Y'all hit that like button. Cole, what up, Greg? I'll be out there Friday. Do you have any? Yes, bro. We got in the bar. I got tons of Paradise Life shirts on deck from medium, not that many mediums, large to 6X. So pull up. We got them. Nick Weber in the building. Glenn Johnson in the building. He'll be there at the Paradise Life boat party for Super Bowl. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. D Campbell in the building, my bro. What's good with you, D? I'm waiting for you too. I know you hit me on Facebook, told me you coming. Kurt Morris was good. Hold on, pull this up right here. Flip was good, my brother. Friday is gonna be bleeding here in South Side. You already know, Kurt. You already know. Shout to South Side. Dirty Work is in the building. Let me give Dirty Workers a congrats. I almost kicked him out of Paradise Life because he's an Eagles fan. He was gloating. Shout to my bro, Dirty Workers, my brother. Still waiting on his mixtape, but I love him nonetheless. Excuse me. Mad Max Productions, salute. Changing my surround. I'm gonna tell you the story, guys. You're gonna say, and some of my guys that's in the Facebook group grew up with me. There's a couple guys. Not everybody's in the WhatsApp group or follow my YouTube like that. But there's a couple of guys that grew up with me that's in the Paradise Life Facebook group that are probably in this chat or watching right now that really know me, and they could probably co-sign some of the things I'm gonna say. El Delore, what's good? Ty Law was good with you. Bill D. I see, you know what? For the guys on Facebook, it says Facebook user, so I can't see your name unless you logged in. Nathaniel Real, what's up? Yeah, King Sam got the commercials, baby. Jesse Shaw's mama Flip in the building. Sean McNeil in the building. Tyrone, what's good? Yeah, Dirty Workers, you already know we got beef, and it's good. I love you though. Yeah, 215 is actually he's gonna be here for Super Bowl. He's gonna be here for Super Bowl. Shout out to him. All right, so here we go. Let's start the show. So, there you go, Dirty Work. See, I gotta let him live because he's an Eagle fan. I gotta let that fly. It is what it is. So, I'm gonna drop the link in the comments in 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, and then I'm gonna talk my shit real quick. So when I say travel saved my life, so as we got all this nonsense going on and on and on about people traveling and what brothers and I'm talking about everybody, women, men, everybody. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. I'm gonna break down to you why I encourage you to travel, why I'm telling you you should travel. Let me give a quick second. Cole, definitely see you soon. Bert Ross, I call him Air Miles Bert, international Bert. He everywhere. Shout to my homie. Tampa in the building. Yeah, I already know WD. So remember I told you guys we used to go OT out of town, and then we went OC out of country. Well, I was the biggest mofo that was going OT out of town. I was out of town all the time. Matter of fact, to tell you how things started for me, like I said, I was outside, so my life was a little bit different than a lot of people's. I was my first time to Miami on my own, like with my peoples. Now I traveled with my family to Georgia, Florida, all that stuff. Family in Pompano Beach, Miami, family in Macon, Georgia, all that. But my first time ever going out of town on my own, I believe I was 15. I think I was 15 years old, 14 to 15. And my man said, yo, take a ride with me. Let's head to Florida. We're going to, make some money. Like I said, I can't give y'all all the ins and outs in that, but I was like, cool. Like back then I was the whatever dude. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Let's go. So we drive. Well, he drives, excuse me. I think I probably drove through Virginia. That was it. While he took a nap. Then we drove, keep going. He drove most of the way. We get to Miami, whatever. We chilling, doing what he do. And I'm just there. And I'm like, oh, this is my first time not with my family doing a family trip. Like, we go out of town, see family reunions, visit uncles, aunts, all that stuff. So it's my first time without family. I'm on my own. And I was like, oh, this is dope. Cool. All right. So get back to New York, like maybe probably like 3 days, get back to New York. And my man got killed. One of my really good friends got murdered 2 days after I left. Now, the wild part about that was me and him used to be together a lot. Like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good chance that whatever he was into, I would have been right there. And whatever happened, I would have been sitting right there or standing right there with him. But I traveled. I'm still alive. Though I was heartbroken, though I was hurt, though I wanted revenge, I was angry. No one knew who did it. The hood always know, but in this particular situation, I think he was at a party where, we're not really from that side, and things just happened. And someone from outside of both our neighborhood and their neighborhood killed him. So no one really knew what it was. So cool. Not cool, but I'm still alive. And I went OT. I was traveling. So this time went on. I would do out-of-state trips a lot. I love going out of state. Like I said, I'm everywhere, man. Like I've been to mad states. I've been all over. I've probably been to your state. People be throwing cities at me. I'll be like, yeah, I was there. Especially South Carolina. When I name so many places in South Carolina, North Carolina, they be like, oh man, you really was there. Tell you, I got banned from driving in North Carolina. Anyway, so as time went on, I'm traveling, right? I'm going OT, different states. You name the state, I'm going. Matter of fact, even in New York, I'm going to Buffalo. I'm going to Peekskill. By the way, if you ever seen Facts of Life, remember that show Facts? You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both in there, you have the Facts of Life. That was Peekskill, New York, right? I went to Peekskill. It wasn't nothing like that. It was the grimiest shit I've ever seen outside of New York City. I was like, I thought, what the hell is Facts of Life? How I'm talking to dudes named Killer and Murder, and this is Facts of Life. What happened to Facts of Life? Well, it was wild. Anyway, so I'm all over the map. And I would go away, even for like a month, a couple of weeks, whatever it was. I just bounce around. Every time I came back, remember, this is before smartphones. So every time I came back, something happened in my hood. And I'm like, damn, for real? Like, maybe someone would call me and be like, yo, such and such happened, but this was the phone to your ear joint, the flip phones and all that, or the Nextel, the bricks, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like everything was updated. When I'm out of town, I'm not that, you can't connect to me that easily. So it wasn't that easy to be like, yo, G, what up? Something happened. So I'm out of town. I'm checking in, checking on my mom, checking in with my peoples, making sure they good as they checking on me. But I may turn my phone off for a couple of days because I'm not getting no calls and I'm busy. But every time I came back, something happened. Somebody died. Somebody got killed. Something happened. Someone was in an accident, whatever it was, every single time. Now, as I get older, I'm doing me. Now I go to these states by myself. And far as like live there for a whole year and a half type shit. Go to Virginia, go to South Carolina, go to North Carolina, go to Pennsylvania, but real quick because there was too many New Yorkers over in Pennsylvania. Go to Georgia, year and a half. And what I realized was every time I would come back, like sometimes I'd be gone for 6 months and drive back to New York. Every time I come back, they be like, yo, we thought, how was you just came home from your bid? You was good? I'm like, I ain't do no bid, bro. What you talking about? But see, that's the mindset. If you go on 6 months to a year, you did a little bullet, you came home. I'm like, for you guys on a bullet's a year, whatever short time, you come home, you come back. I mean, you go away, you come back. So every time I was gone out of town, OT, people thought I was locked up. I'm out of trouble. Now, you know, I told you guys, like, me and my people, we was wilding. We was wild. So back where I'm from, and a lot of hoods say this, they be like, you need a timeout. Somebody need a timeout because you getting into too much shit in the street. You need a timeout. Go sit in the jail for a little while, sit on your head, calm down. So they would say that about certain people. And I was always into different things because I was all around New York, always just linking with different people, networking, just doing what I wanted to do. That's kind of how I made it to where I am today, networking with so many people. That's why Paradise Life about networking, because I always network. Matter of fact, I met I was kidding with my homie Chris this morning, today. Probably one of the only dudes I know network more than me. It's weird because to hear him talk, you would think he the plug. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I always did, just networking, getting to know people, getting in those situations, whatever. So anyway, every time I came back to New York, yo, you just finished your bid, yo, you so-and-so got killed. You know, they give you all the business. They think you came home, they give you all the business. So-and-so got killed, so-and-so got shot. These dudes over here beefing, they over here beefing. I'm like, nah, I was out of town. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, you know, I didn't even know what's going on, but they give you all the hood info, right? And I'm like, damn, I'm away doing what I do, living my life. And every time I come back, shit happens. So that was just OT, right? That was just going out of town on a one-on-one. Matter of fact, my cousin will tell you, he got in an argument with my aunt and called me and said, yo, G, mom's kicked me out. I'm about to go to Georgia. I'm like, how long before you scoop me up? He like, what? I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go. I don't care. Like, that's the type of things I used to do. See, y'all probably like, this motherfucker crazy. I was crazy. I literally do shit because I feel like it. I don't do nothing that anybody expects me to do. So when I'm telling you this story, I encourage you. I don't encourage you to quit your job, to leave, to just up and bounce, but live your life, travel, because this story I'm telling you is true and factual. I would literally leave New York, and every time I came back, someone was dead. Someone that I was probably going to be with was dead, or got shot, or went to prison for a long time. That's another thing I forgot. I'll come back and some dudes like, oh, they got swept by the feds. And these are dudes I rocked with. Now, had I not been OT, I might have been locked up with them because I was just staying right with them. I'm right with them every day. So let me catch up on the comments real quick before I get into more of this. You know I love you guys' comments. Tyrone said 207 St. Francis Louis Boulevard. Hollis in the building. Z, what's good? Yeah, it might be better if you switch to YouTube if you're on Facebook. But thank you for joining anyway. Terrell, what up? Travel equal decompress. There we go. Let me put that there. Travel equal decompress and then return relaxed and motivated. Facts. And I can't wait to travel after Super Bowl. I need to relax. Shout out to Chaz. What's good? What's good with you? George Jojo in the building. Alki 187. What's good? I love that name. Mo Music in the building. Shout out to Mo. Your homie pulled up on me this week. Nick said, he said back then, I had a couple, I changed my number like probably every month. I had like 5 phones. Y'all think I'm doing something with two or 3 phones now? I had 5 phones back then. Oh, it was say Harlem, man. Yeah, Peak Skill was wild, but it was, yo, listen, I was so excited. Now hold on, I'm with dudes from Queensbridge. Shout out to Queensbridge. I'm with dudes from Queensbridge, a couple of Mob Deep dudes too. We headed to Peekskill. And we're going up there. My man like, yo, we go out there. I'm like, cool, let's go. I'm down. I'm down for whatever. Like I said, I was the whatever dude. I'm down for whatever back then. I ain't kid because I ain't afraid of nobody. I ain't worried about nobody. So we get to Peekskill, and I'm meeting everybody, kicking everybody, But then I'm like, yo, where was that? In my mind, I'm like, where was that That was like my favorite TV show. Where was that filmed at? And I'm kicking it with dudes named Killer and Murder. And I'm like, where's Tootie at? What happened to Tootie? It was real, though. It was real. Yes, sir. More music. See you in May, brother. Shout out to you. Ray Loyal in the building. Ray, post that link to the Get Right Paradise Life fragrance, my brother. Got another commercial coming out soon. Shout out to you. So, like I said, y'all hit that. Any questions, y'all hit that. We're going to put this invite in there. Anybody want to jump in, tell a travel story? But, so let's get to this. So now I'm traveling OT all the time. Told you guys I was everywhere. All the Greek Fest freak niggas. I was just traveling. That wasn't really about me running from anything. I just love to get out of New York. I love New York, but I love to get out of New York. You got to hit that link. It says Super Chat. Raphael, what's good? He said Dallas in the Super Bowl. Terrell said story sounds like mine. Big Tim, what up? So, if you know me, like you guys hear me talk, but if you met me or you be around me, I got wild stories because I've been around a lot of places. By the way, let me get for you guys in here now. The special edition Paradise Life Super Bowl shirt is not part of what I'm giving for Paradise Life, but it will be for sale during Super Bowl. Shout out to my man Steve Brody. I will post those pictures on Instagram and the community section on Friday. Anyway, y'all know I got mad stories. I've really been around. Like I've been to mad hood. More than likely, if you from one of the states I used to go to, I've been to your hood. Like that's just how it is. So now I'm the type of person, I got a bad temper. I got a really bad temper. I used to lose my cool a lot when I was younger. So where I'm from, New York, period. Like all over New York, I'm known for fighting. I used, when I was younger, I used to get into wild shit because I always want, like, you couldn't bully me. You couldn't disrespect me. That's just what it was. Okay. So not to say that it was planned, because like I said, I'm living life day to day back then. I'm really just like whatever with life. But if I came to your hood and was there doing my thing, chilling out, even checking abroad, whatever it was, and you started running your mouth and we had beef, I'm going to handle that. But then me being me and had nothing to do with the situation, had nothing to do with the beef, I'm going OT. And not even because of you. I don't care about you. Once I'm done with whatever drama we had at that moment, whether we fought, whatever it was we did to get out that situation, we mad at each other, whatever the case may be, you want to shoot me, whatever the case may be, I don't care. Once I did that, I forgot about it. Like that's how my life was back then. Oh, that's just another drama. I see him when I see him. It is what it is. He ain't going to do nothing. And that's how I kind of felt. So if that happened, right, let's just say that happened. The next day, I may be headed out of town. I may be driving OT. I didn't fly that much back then, as I couldn't stand flying. Still don't like flying. So, mind you, I just got into some drama that someone could have ended up dead or whatever the case may be, right? Boom. Someone hits me, yo, G, come down here. I'm on the way. Boom. I'm out of town. Had I not left out of town, that trauma might have increased, got worse. And it could have led to me being dead or someone else being dead and me going to prison. You get what I'm saying? Now, my whole life changes. I'm legal Hubbard. I'm living above the board because I don't want no problems with nobody. I get my passport. My first trip out of the country, Mama Flip. My first trip out the country, we go to the Bahamas. Matter of fact, my mom's calls me. Now, mind you, all my homies been telling me, go to Brazil, go to DR, go to Colombia. Come, let's go. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Go to Amsterdam, go to London. I'm like, go to Jamaica. Like my people's just a couple of my homies is traveling. Me, I'm not. I'm doing too good out here. Like, you know, the hood mindset. I'm doing good out here. And matter of fact, you want to smash, you want to go to Brazil. Like that's to say, dudes talking about the chicks. You want to go to Brazil? I got a Brazilian. You want to go to Colombia? I got a Colombian. You want to go to DR? I ain't mess with Dominicans like that. I got a Puerto Rican over here. What up? Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it really wasn't like I'm not traveling. Like some dudes back then was like, let's go get these chicks over here. I'm like, nah, I don't care about that. I go to Philly. I go to Jersey. I'm good. So now my mom says, we gotta go to Bahamas. I'm doing a family trip. I don't know shit, the lot, I don't know what the fuck it was. But she was like, we're doing a family trip. Me, my son, my sister, my nephew. And so I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, I got your passport. So I had to get me and my son our passport. Now, if you guys don't know me, I don't like waiting online. I don't like dealing with I don't have no patience. I have no patience at all. So the situation to go get my damn passport, me and my son passport, got on my damn nerves. But I did it. Got it. Me and my son got our passport. It's a 11 or 12 foot snowstorm in New York. We on the plane. Me and my son's flight was later. So we on the plane. The pilot's like, yo, y'all want us to taxi? We had to get de-iced 3 times. He's like, if y'all want us to taxi back, let some of y'all off, cool. But this plane is going to the Bahamas. I'm like, man, I ain't getting off. We're on a runway for like 2 hours. We get to the Bahamas, man. It's like this crazy nor'easter years ago, and it left like 11, 12 feet of snow in New York. And even the Bahamas was kind of not cold, but kind of chilly for that time of year. Get to the Bahamas, finally land. We late. Taxi take us to the resort. We in Atlantis, probably the most expensive place on the planet Earth besides Dubai, I guess. But we get there, go chill, eat, whatever. I'm running around the resort the whole trip, and I'm just like, damn, I'm on an island. Like they keep telling, yo, that's Michael Jordan and Oprah's island. They got their own island in the Bahamas. And I'm like, oh man, that's dope. So I got my headphones on. I'm walking around, listening to music, just like, damn, this is crazy. Now everybody thought I was a football player, but that's another story. So I'm literally sitting there talking about my son. I had my son back then, my daughter. So I'm talking to them. They're like, yeah, it's like 10 feet of snow out here. It's crazy out here. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, sorry to hear that. I'm in the sun. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy snowstorm. I missed a crazy snowstorm. Now, at the time, I told you guys, I'm really above the board. I'm a personal trainer at the time. I'm a personal training company. That's my first trip out of no, that's a lot. Excuse me. I wasn't certified yet. Excuse me. I was still with my company. I wasn't certified yet. Excuse me. When I come back after this amazing trip to the Bahamas, when I come back, I don't know if you probably won't remember. In Queens during the snowstorm, in Queens and in the Bronx, during the snowstorm, 3 people got shot. They were all my friends. And the funny part about that, well, it's not funny, but the funny part about it is 2 of the dudes that got shot in Queens, I would have probably picked up to go to the gym with me. We used to work out together. And it was like 2 days after the snowstorm. New York is still coming out of I was probably going like 5-6 days. New York is still coming out of all the snow, shoveling out and everything. And I guess they were headed somewhere and they got shot. Then my man in the Bronx got shot. I used to actually mess with his sister. So who knows if I'd have been there. So just to give you guys an idea, like every time I traveled, something happened back home. Every single time. When I went OT or OC, out of town or out of country, something always happened. Had I been there, had I been around, I'd have been dead or in jail. Now let's rewind it back a little bit. A personal story. I was in Jersey. Now this ain't too far out of town, but I was in Jersey. I didn't consider Jersey really out of town. They have some cows in Jersey, whatever the case may be. Shout out to Jersey. We thought farmland was everywhere outside of New York City. So I was 12 or 13. I was in Jersey with my man, just doing dumb kid shit, knucklehead shit. I hung with older dudes, so we was always out. I go to Jersey. I come back. I sneak in the crib, right? I sneak in the crib. When I sneak in the crib, I hear the bell ringing, the door banging. I'm like, holy shit. Like, how did anybody know I got to the crib? Like, I'm staying with my uncle at the time. And I'm like, fuck, anybody know I was here? Like, what the hell's going on? Mind you, I'm hiding like I was sleeping, right? I'm hiding in the room like, hope nobody followed me. My grandmother yells upstairs. She goes, yo, do you know what Junie is? I'm like, huh? I'm acting like I'm wiping cold out my eye. Like, huh? What? She's like, boy, you know what Junie is? And I see these two white dudes at the bottom of the steps. These white dudes were detectives. Junie, who was like my brother, my cousin, who was like my brother, we were together a lot, just killed a bunch of people. Now, the crazy part about that is the day before I had told Junie, yo, I'm going to see you later. I'm going to do a little run. I'm going to holler at you. Junie's doing 300 years for killing 8 people. Now, I'm not saying I would have been with him because obviously what he did, I wasn't down for that. But he was my brother. If he said, yo, let's go. Matter of fact, the detectives followed me to school for 5 days. I was in junior high school. They followed me to school for 5 days. Okay? Because they knew we were so close. And now, you know, I say that to be like, I was in Jersey. I was OT again. I was traveling again, even though it was only a day trip. And look at this shit that happens. That's a personal story right there. All these stories are personal, but that's something close to my heart that I don't know if I would have been with him when that shit happened. And he would have lost it and just did what he did. But think about that. Every time I was gone, something happened that could have left me dead or in prison. So that's why I encourage all you guys to try. I'm going to get into these comments in a second. I encourage everyone to, if you notice, I say, get a passport. You ain't got to come to DR. You ain't got to come to Flip Flop. You ain't got to rock with me if you don't want to rock with me. You probably watching right now, so I can't stand that nigga. That's cool. Get your passport, get on the plane, go somewhere. If you can't afford a passport, if you can't afford travel to another country, find you a state, lock into a hotel or a casino. Just go somewhere. Everybody ain't got the money to go on planes all the time. Get to another state, go to a casino, little resort, little resort inside the state. You know, every state got their little resorts. You know what I'm saying? A hotel, whatever the case may be. Sit up on the rooftop deck, chill by the pool. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I stressed. Now, as time went on, obviously I'm not in the no shit. I'm not outside no more like that. Like, I'm really not with those people. See them, hey, what's up? I'm in passing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father. Everything kind of changed for me. I encourage my people to travel. One of the crazy things that always hurts my heart is that my brother, rest in peace, his brother and all our people used to travel. I brought them down here to Sosua their first trip. I brought them to DR their first 3 trips. But he never got a passport. I said, trust me, get a passport, bro. Get a passport. We had a friend that worked for the post office. I'm like, get a passport, bro. Come on. Your brother out here, need to get out here with the fellas. He never did. The year he said, I said, dude, I'm getting my passport. I'm apply. He died. But his brother died before that, which was wild. And our trips kind of got messed up when he died because we'd all be together. So we had like one more trip in his honor and everything kind of faded away after that. But get out and do something. I'm going to catch you one of these comments right now. But I'm giving you my personal stories. Like, this is real talk. Going outside of my neighborhood, going outside of my area, saved my motherfucking life. Like, I have no idea if I wasn't an adventurous person I am, if I wasn't like, see, I'm adventurous. I just want to go play. I want to do things, see things. But if I wasn't like that and just stayed on my block, every time I came back, I'd be the person they talk about that was killed. So, you know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't go nowhere, someone else that was out of town be coming home and like, yeah, G got killed. I'm not like when I think about it, when I think about how my life is, my life ain't perfect. But when I think about how my life is and how it turned out, traveling is the reason I'm still alive to this day. Because if I had any beef with anybody, and I had a lot of beef, like fuck all this YouTube beef shit, this ain't beef. That's why I said I laugh when motherfuckers talk beef. All right, niggas shut you. Thanks to the word, you get shot at, stabbed. That's beef. People looking for you. That's beef. And I had that. I love that. I used to love beef. I don't know why. Western beef, Merrick Boulevard, whatever you want to say. But me traveling deaded a lot of that beef, or at least died it down, because maybe I had time to cool down. Like I said, I wasn't thinking about none of that shit. I would travel just because that was what I did. But maybe I got time to calm down. They got time to calm down. We ain't really beefing from one state to the other. I'm miles and miles away. What they gonna do? What I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? So maybe a lot of that traveling I did slowed down the drama I had. Because now when I came back, I don't feel the same way. They don't feel the same way. And when I see them, I don't even have that same anger I might have had at that moment. They don't feel the same at that moment. They may still not like me, but they don't have that same anger at that moment. I'm going to catch up on these comments. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, Bert, see you in Rio, baby. Let me catch up on this. And like I said, the link's in there. Y'all want to jump in, you can. I'm a little behind. I'm going to catch up. Said Peaks. I didn't see that part. Peak skill was lit. I won't lie about it. Raphael, we got him on deck. We got him on deck for Super Bowl. Gil in the building. My first, I didn't go to, my first trip was 2006. Shout out to Sean. Miguel Torres in the building. No, I'm not doing any rooms, Kevin. I'm not doing any rooms. I'm not doing the mansion. The mansion's only for Halloween. I'm doing the boat party for Super Bowl. Saturday, February 11th is the boat party. I'm not doing the mansion. The mansion is only for Halloween. And big shout to Free Society. I think it's part 1 or part 2 that's the prelude to part 1 of the Halloween party is coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, it was a breeze, but I don't like having to take. I gotta take pictures. Or this is back in the day. I ain't gonna take no pictures. Rob, what up? My homie Safi, what's good? AKA Prince Nassim in the building. Globetrotter said first passport. Let me pull this up on the screen. First passport 2008. Went on one trip, didn't use it again until I went through a crazy tragic situation. Went to Cartagena in 2020 and haven't looked back. Yeah, man, look. I'm gonna post this comment because this is something that I feel. 1 second. This is something I really feel. What Terrell said right here. Shout out to Terrell. Travel equal decompress and then return relaxed and motivated. You have to travel to release a lot of shit you're going through. Let me tell you something. I remember there was a snowstorm, and I lived in Brooklyn, and I worked in Queens. So it snowed like crazy, but I got to get to work because I'm the vice president. I'm on call. I gotta get to the office. I got no choice. And I'm not digging my car out because the snow plows keep coming through. You know the Brooklyn streets, snow plows keep coming through. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna hop the train. Train wasn't that bad. It's just it was cold as a motherfucker. So I hopped the train like 5 in the morning train. So when I get to the second train, which leads me actually to my office, I just missed it. I go, damn. Then I go, I'll be on a plane in 7 days. I was like this, took my hat off, blew my hands, like, I don't mind a little cold. I'm gonna be on the beach in 7 days. Like, so that little stress I went through of missing a train, having to go to the office on a train because my car is snowed in. I was like, I'm gonna be on the beach in a little while. I ain't gonna let this stress me. Like sometimes you gotta do that so that you can decompress from everything. Get all of that negative energy, all of that stress, all of that work, family, kids, your woman, ladies, your man, all of that. Sometimes you gotta step away to be mentally right. I ain't traveled since August. And I tell you right now, my life been a living hell since August. A living hell. Now, business been good. That's great. But my personal life, Jesus Christ, it's been crazy. Because I haven't decompressed since August. So I got all this stress going on. I'm trying to manage multiple projects, do multiple things, do multiple events, private parties, this and that. Everybody trying to be like flip-flop, the person and the business. So I got to deal with everybody copying me, trying to make new things and do new things. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on. But because I haven't decompressed in so long, it's become more stressful. It's become more stressful because I don't have nobody to ask me how I'm doing. And shout to the 3 people that pulled up on me 2 weeks in a row and asked me how I was doing. That meant a lot to me, whether you know it or not. And big shout to Howard too. Shout to him. And Jannard I met today and his family. Shout to him. But they pulled up on me and just out of nowhere, how you doing? How you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. No, how you doing? Shout to JC, real brother as well, who did the same thing. Like, that means a lot. Like, it's weird if you have a girlfriend that don't ask you how you doing. It's weird, the weirdest thing. Or how your day was. That's even my ex-wife, who probably couldn't stand me towards the end of our marriage, would ask me how I was doing. She'd be like, I hate you, you piece of shit. How was your day? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was weird, but she at least cared how I was doing. But it's weird because here, no one cares about how you're doing. No one asks, are you okay? Did you have a bad day? Did you have a good day? No one really worries about how you feel. It's all about how they feel. So, I need to decompress sometimes. When I say I love DR, when I say I need to get out of DR sometimes, it's to decompress and be a little selfish and do my own thing and have my own space. I'll tell you one thing. Someone laughed at me one time. I was in Brazil and I was in the bed watching. I'm like, yo, I'm watching movies right now. They're like, you really in the bed? I'm like, I'm on vacation. I don't got to go nowhere right now. And they don't understand that. Nick said, you was in middle school and the D's was following me. Yeah, bro. My cousin killed 8 people, bro. Like, ain't no joke. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on. I meant to go on there today. I'm gonna go online and write him, send him some money. Haven't spoken to him in a while. I spoke to my therapist, and I honestly, be honest with you, I was angry at him. Like I said, we was like brothers. I was angry at him for leaving me. I kind of felt like he left me. And then I had survivor's remorse because I was still around and he wasn't. Then our other cousin got locked up, which was even crazier. Like I said, I got one doing 300, one doing 250 years. So if you ever think like my story's bullshit, we was really outside. And I kind of was mad. We stayed in touch for a while, but I kind of was always mad at him. Like, I would send him stuff here and there, but I was kind of mad at him because I was like, you really kind of bounced on me. Whatever the situation was, I took it personal. Like, you left me. Forget everything else. You left me. Because at that point, we were doing so many different things, and we had like so much different drama going on with people. Like, I was a kid. I was a child, 12, 13 years. I'm a child. But even though I'm out there with the grown men, I'm still a child. That's one thing I always respected about life. I was a kid with grown men every day, running around with grown men, doing what grown men did. But at the end of the day, when I sat back as I got older, I realized I was only a child. So I shouldn't have had D's follow me. I shouldn't have, but they knew we was close, so they would follow me to school, hoping that he would reach out to me. Or remember, there was no smartphone, so he hoping he would pull up to my school and try to holler at me and see if get me with him or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it was real. It was real. Mr. Freedom, what's good? Paso Man Killer One, what's good with you? Prophet of Rage. I desire. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry. My eyes are. I desire a life like you, brother, and it's my plan. I appreciate that, man. I'm still trying to live like me to this day. Chuck Holmes, hello, shout out to Chuck. Yo, Flip, I agree. Traveling is very healthy mentally. Went to Maldives. Hey, I want to go to Maldives. No bullshit. That's on my list once I get my bucket list out the way. Once I get my bucket list done, I'm gonna start traveling everywhere. Like I said, I'm still trying to get them buddy passes, them companion passes, so I can just jump on planes and do like my homie Bert does, jump on planes everywhere. I'm trying. I'm working on it. These flights is expensive. Brandon Williams, shout to you. Hey, bro, much love to you. I'm coming in May. Shout out to Chicas, come to me, or should I approach them? It's my first time out the country. Anybody can answer, just looking for feedback. Brandon, just pull up the flip-flop. All right? Oh, let's get that out the way. Pull up the flip-flop, and we'll give you all the info you want.
I press the button and the doors go up. Whoa, that money clip us now, the new now looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hit recorded drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finish friends.
Oh, wow, that's a long commercial. Pull up the flip-flop, you good, don't worry about it. There you go, when the East is in the house. I know who that is, my homie Dashin. What's good? Oside Setback, what up, GC? On a couple of my dude, no doubt. I'll repair Odos, what's good with you? Oh, you already know. And look, for you guys on Facebook, it comes up Facebook user if you're not logged in. So appreciate y'all. If y'all want to come over to the YouTube, come over to the YouTube. But thank you for joining all my Paradise Life Facebook group. Love you guys. I know Paradise Life is in the building. Globetrotter said it keeps me focused. Nothing, brothers, balls you anymore when I go on a trip coming up. I'll be counting down the days. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, you being Sosua first time? Pull up on me. That's why I said, like, even during that snowstorm, and I had to take the train, I was like, oh, I'll be on the island in 7 days. It's not that serious. You start to look at things a little differently when you know you're traveling. Subscriber, that's a great name. I'm going to Sosua first time in August. Definitely pull up. Sean McNeil said, one of my solo trips years ago to Philippines. I'm not going to lie, I was nervous. That was my first time traveling to Southeast Asia. I really didn't know what to expect. But he said it was excellent. But solo travel is dope. Like, you know, all right. So hold on, here's my brother right here. Real brother, what's good? Shout out to you. Appreciate good seeing you today, too. Good seeing you. When we do the trips, right? And anybody in Paradise will tell you this. When we do the trips, we got a group trip. Like there'll be 20, 30, 50. I don't know how many. Some trips will be a lot of us. Some trips going to be 20, whatever. I always disappear for like a few hours here and there. I don't recommend this for everybody. I'm from the hood. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. I've been in every hood in New York. Ain't a hood I ain't been to. And so anybody said, you won't come to my hood, I've been to every motherfucking hood. And a lot of hoods all over America at that. Like I've been in 40-some states and I've been to the worst hood. So it is what it is. I go to the hood of that country. That's how I got so deep in DR. I go to the hood. Every country I've been to the hood. So you'll say to yourself, why would you do that? Well, I go alone. So it's only me that's in danger if something happens. I tell everybody, hey, I'll see you in a minute. Or I meet up with y'all for lunch or for dinner. So I bounce. I go alone. And you know, it's better to go alone because you got a group. Some guys don't realize, like everybody not from where I'm from. So some of the guys don't realize like this place is not a place, you know, you act any type of way. You got to carry yourself properly, treat everybody with respect. And I go because I want to see how other people live in other countries. Did they live like me? Did they have the problems I have? Well, I tell you like this. I done been to places, guns are bigger than the people. Everybody got a gun. The drug dealers over there, the gun boys over there, the police down the hill. Police don't want nothing to do with it. Police is just at the bottom of the hill to make sure that the crime don't come down the hill. And you got to respect it. It's every country has a different atmosphere. Even though we're all the same hood, we're all from the hood, their atmosphere is this way, this atmosphere is that way. You know, you got certain places in America where the cops won't go. It's what it is. Like you on your own if you go in there. You can't call no 911. Unless somebody dying, we're not calling 911. That's what it is. And certain places in these countries are the same way. But I go because this is what I know. I get along with this atmosphere. Those guys with the guns over there, they call them gangsters. They just kids with guns to me. Those guys over there, they call them tough guys. They just got a bunch of tattoos to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? My version of danger is different than a lot of people's version of danger because I lived in a dangerous atmosphere and environment every single day. You know, you can go to the store where I'm from and get shot. You dig? So I go to these places just to see how the other side lives. I go to experience what it is. You know what I'm saying? I remember talking to a very good friend of mine in Brazil who does DR in Brazil only. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to the favela. I'm going out there to check some people, chilling, get some drinks, whatever. So I said, bro, can I roll with you? Like, you know, I come out there, hang out. He was real with me. He goes, G, you know, you always good with me. Me and him have been to some hoods in DR, like places I would tell you never to go. So he's like, you always good with me. He said, but I just got good with these people in this neighborhood. I don't really got a pass like that to bring nobody with me. And I was like, all right, no, I respect that. If you saying it, I respect it. If it was anyone else, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But because he said, I just got in there with these guys, I don't got a pass to just bring anyone in. Later on, maybe, but you know, right now, I know you good, you handle yourself. Cool, I respect that. But I go to see what the other side lives like. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see what the other side lives like, right? It gives you a new perspective and appreciation of all the things you think you don't have. Am I making sense? When you go someplace where no one has running water, you appreciate your running water. When you go someplace where they don't have screens on their windows or barely have windows, you appreciate that. When the bed is some raggedy shit you probably slept on when you were 6 years old, and it's still, you're 35 now, it's still the same bed when you were 6, you appreciate that. When that fridge ain't got nothing in it but a couple things of rice and some water, you start to realize, I don't got it as bad. So I go to experience, see how everyone lives, and to really realize. And like, one of my biggest flexes is if I could do it, I'd bring all my children with me. Like, yo, come see this shit. Don't you ever tell me what you ain't got and you see how they living. Come look at how people live and tell me you doing bad. So I go there because I appreciate everything I have. You know, I don't need a lot. I appreciate everything. That's one thing about me. But I want to see, like, it's the most dangerous place in the world. Let me go over there. Let me check it out. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I do. So even though I'm leaving the dangerous society, I'm also going into a small piece of danger just to see how the other side live. Now, when I tell you travel saved my life, ain't no cop ever threatened my life in another country. Not one. I actually got a video. I won't post it because I don't want no problems with the authorities in this country. We were leaving a club, and this cop, it was Colombia, he pulled us over. I actually lied and said I was on YouTube Live. I actually acted like I was talking to y'all because I'm like, yo, what you pull us over? His paper straight was good. He wanted bread. I was like, I ain't give you no bread. Matter of fact, say hello. You on YouTube Live right now. You can't delete this. So that the taxi driver's scared to death. I'm like, yo, I don't care. I'm American. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. Like, whatever. So the cop get aggravated and they leave. Taxi driver like, yo, why you do that? I'm like, bro, I know you pussy, but I'm not. And I'm letting these cops just try to extort us because we American. So we all laughing in the car when we leave. But like, he wanted bread. He wasn't trying to kill me. He wasn't trying to, he was trying to rob me, but in a polite way. He didn't pull a gun out. You know what I mean? I ain't never been in no country where a cop could have taken my life. That's my biggest flex. Being in America, we went through some, and that's why I don't know if you go back to the George Floyd situation, certain things I said about police. Some of y'all were only saying white cops. These were black cops that killed the homie in Memphis. Now, I'm not saying all cops are bad. You'll never hear me say that. There are some great police out there. We need police because there's monsters out there. But some of these people overstep their boundaries. I'm a cop. I'm the boss. officer overseer. Okay. And every country I've gone to, cop ain't never pulled no gun. Cop ain't never threatened me. He gonna shoot me or kill me. Cop ain't never tased me. Cop ain't never beat me. Not once. No country. They may have been like, hey, my friend, I'm hungry. Rub their belly. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't never bring me no harm. Whereas if I stayed in America and I never traveled, I might be dead by a cop's hand, because I have run-ins with cops all the times back home. Prophet Ray said, I'm gonna get into these comments right now. Y'all ask any questions y'all want to. I'm traveling to y'all. I don't let anything stress me. It's a couple of mother. Hey, yo, it's so good, but you got something to look forward to, bro. Brandon Williams said, Prophet, I'm going to May. Oh, y'all all going in May. Shout out to you, Brandon. Pulling up in May. Mad Core, what up? Your Eagles is there. Cambria Heights, you already know I lived in the Heights for a long time. I'm from Southside, but lived in the Heights for a long time. Lived over there by my grandma. 223 in Linden. Linden Boulevard, Linden Bullies. Parkside Bandits, if you know, you know. So he was wild back then. It said, sounds like my cousin doing the height. He in prison, bro. He ain't doing the height. Dom Davis in the building. Shout out to him. Pulled up on me. See you again soon. West Side TMZ, my bro. Are you still in Africa, my guy? Been a long time. Hopefully you're doing good. Titus CPT. We talking about how travel saved my life, baby. We talking about traveling. Jesse Short said, airlines changing how the buddies work, and unfortunately, these plane tickets will be high. Yeah, facts. I need some buddy passes. I need some companion passes, some buddy passes, some pilot passes, whatever y'all want to give me. Flight's expensive. John Williams in the building. See you in June. Thank you, brother. Yeah, and I appreciate both of them. Here's the thing. That I want to know the culture. Like here's my biggest flex when it comes to the whole passport bro shit. I want to know the culture. I was actually in Brazil, right, with a Brazilian, one of my Brazilian homies, and some of my peoples, and we having a good time. We drinking, we talking, we going. He's showing us around here and there. Then he pulls me to the side. He says, "Yo, you got to pass." I talk to the peoples. You got to pass, but only you, bro. No one else will come. He said, "Your peoples is cool as fuck, but only you, bro." I'm like, "I know, I respect that. I know what it is." He's like, "Only you. You know, no cameras on that shit. Come on." And I go. That's my little disappearing act for a couple of hours, and I see shit. You know, I get the whole favela broken down to me. How, you know, he breaks down the things and people are looking at me and shit like that. And it's just, you know, it's just different, but it's also love. You know what I mean? It's nothing but love. Shout out to Andy Authentic. Gonna stop by for some wings this weekend. Definitely pull up. Patrick in the building. What's good with you? Late to the party, but you here. 1 second. Ty said, whenever I venture off, I'm already accepted. Yeah, facts. It's all, listen, believe it or not, it's love, but you got to see, if you're not from that arena, and I call it the arena, if you're not from that hood arena, like you don't know how things work, how politics work, how people work in the hood, how things are the way they are, you may not understand when you get to these neighborhoods, you know, these little hoods in different countries, how things are. Because you don't understand hood politics, period. And I don't recommend you go, but at least go around some locals, get to know some locals. Definitely appreciate, and that's my thing. Appreciation is key. Oh, you be here? All right, Pat, pull up, baby. It's called Barrios, Don. I know what you're saying, though. And the Barrios is lit, DR. I agree with you, Jesse. You said not all cops are bad, but when will the good cops step up? You know what? You got they stand up for each other, but you got to understand something. To everybody, you too, Jesse. You're gonna stand up for your homies, even if they wrong. You behind the scenes gonna tell your homies they wrong, but you're gonna stand tight with them, Even if they're wrong, you're gonna stand right there chest to chest with them. Like, I got your back, but you wrong, motherfucker. Like, you're gonna turn around and be like, you wrong, motherfucker, but I got your back. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. They gotta hold a line. So like my uncle was a cop, and he was like, he would always tell me when Amadou Diallo got shot, he said cops just afraid to say they was afraid. They don't want to tell nobody I was afraid. I thought that was a gun. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come out and say I was in fear for my life because that's a black man. He's scary. Prophet of Rage, I never felt, I'm reading comment. I never felt threatened in Dominican Republic, and I'm Caucasian. I've never been threatened by a cop. There you go. Oh, you never been threatened by a cop in the United States? Well, okay, I have. I actually got busted upside my head by a cop in the United States. Twice. Steve-O in the building. What's good with you? Shout out to my other man, homie Steve-O. King Smitty said, America, hold on, I'm going to pull this up. America is the only place I had a cop problem. Every other country, they looked at. Yeah, I mean, King Smith, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I got a lot of cop friends. I'm not condemning all police. I'm just saying, as I traveled, I ain't never had a cop mess with me. I never had a cop just pull me over. That's a lie. That happened during COVID. But I got out of that when I balked on him. So yeah, that's different. He woke up, yo, son, you missed the curfew. I said, no motherfucking curfew, motherfucker. What you talking about? He was like, I said, I got a whole hour to get home. Get out my way. Can't do that in America. But, you know, I've had running with police. You know, I shout to Taylor May. I remember he told a story of how he was being pulled over in Atlanta and he felt the way. And this was a long time ago, before all this new stuff that you're hearing about now, before social media blew up all the stuff. That's a long time ago he said that story. And he said that happened to him and he was like, I gotta get out of America. Because of that mindset. I told you guys, when I see a cop, my butt don't clench. I don't be like, I don't tighten up. As a cop, I drive around the police. You know what I'm saying? Chuck a deuce to them. When they behind me, I don't get nervous. It's just a different atmosphere. And that's because I've learned that things like in America are not like they are in other countries. You know, so I don't hate America. I'm American. But also I understand what it's like growing up in America. And I know there's places that don't do the things we do in America, that actually live and enjoy life. Dennis Strong in the building. Mr. International. Flacco, what's good with you? Terrence, try to get the flip-flop, baby. You're missing out. He said the most dangerous time of my life was riding the Twisters. What? Jesse Short said, police the biggest gang in the world. That's all facts. Heck Love in the building. What's good, bro? D. Hicks said, the Chuck Norris movie Code of Silence is real. Titus CPT said 10 days you'll be here. Definitely tight. It's going to be lit. Larceny Grams, my brother, in the building. Yeah, the Fiesta wings my favorite wings. And you know we got the Mambo for the DC homies. We got the General. So we got all that, man. You got to pull up. You got to pull up and get there. I know one thing I found out today, that the price of goddamn potatoes went up. Jesus Christ. The price of potatoes went through the roof. Shout the Mo Music in the building. Appreciate the Cash App. Appreciate the Cash App, brother. Much love. Thank you very much. Mo Music hit me. Hold on. What is this in my phone? A big shout to you, bro. Thank you very much, Mo. Appreciate that. Yeah, that flip-flop. Matter of fact, I got flip-flop fried rice over here. I was eating that before I left. Shrimp and chicken rice. Yeah, that fried rice is good. Woo! What's good? I don't know who this is, but what's good? Shout to you. But you know, I put the link in there. You want to jump in? This is my story. I'm sticking to it. the biggest thing with me is why I encourage you to travel. Like I said, guys, I want you to hear me clearly. You do not have to come to Sosua. You do not have to only come to Flip Flop. I'm never going to tell you that. All these cocksuckers on the internet will tell you, Greg says come to Sosua so you can support his business. I'm telling you, travel to enjoy your life, to get out of that box. When I tell you travel saved my motherfucking life, I mean just going to Jersey, just going out of New York saved my life. Like for real, for real. And I met so many people. Like I know tons of people now, but I could sit and flip flop and meet all you guys. I could talk on YouTube, meet all you guys. Back then, I was going driving state to state. I didn't fly back then. I think I took a Greyhound like 4 times in my life. I was driving state to state, up 24 hours, boom. Even went in the ditch one time in North Carolina. It was the wildest thing. I went in the ditch, woke up like, oh, and pulled out the ditch. It was wild. Long story. I was driving through snowstorms, rainstorms. I remember going to B-more in the snowstorm. I'm in B-more in the full. Matter of fact, it's only me on the road. Christmas Day, Jesus Christ, 2000. Christmas Day 2000. Yeah, 2000. I think it was 2001. I'm driving in the snowstorm. It's me on the road by myself going to B-more. Cop comes on the road, pulls me over. There's only us on the road. So I didn't have to pull over. He just said, yo, stop right here. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm driving, go see my girlfriend. I'm drunk as hell too. He's like, yo, do you see the snow? I'm like, yeah, but I'm already on the road. What I'm gonna do? He's like, yo, be safe, man. Just get off the road when you can. I don't know where you're going. I said, man, I'm going about 10 minutes of the road. I was going about 30 minutes of the road. He said, all right, hurry, get off the road, man. You out. I kept driving in the snow. Got my cup of vodka, chilling. So that's things I used to do. Now, on that trip, I stayed in B-more for like 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. And on that trip, I lost somebody. Like I said, every time I went away, something happened. And unfortunately, I was out of town, so nothing happened to. Well, fortunately, I was out of town, so nothing happened to me. Unfortunately, it happened to those people, but it didn't happen to me. It saved my life. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You ain't gotta come to motherfucking Flip Flop. Fuck all these YouTube bastards, all these cornballs. He wants you to come to Sosua. He says Sosua's lit, so you can support his business. You ain't gotta come here. Get on a plane, go somewhere else. But as long as you travel. If you can't afford a plane ticket, if you can't afford a passport, if you cannot afford to go somewhere at this moment out of the country, if you can't, find you a place to go to in another state. Go take a 3 day, a weekend in another state. 3 days. Go to another state. Go party a little bit. Go to every state got a resort. Go to a resort in another state. Go to a cabin in the woods. Whatever it is. But go somewhere and travel. I ain't never gonna sit to say you only gotta come to Sosua. I don't only be in Sosua. I'm telling you, travel, because I know for me it saved my life. When I sat back and thought about my life, I was like, damn. And I never went nowhere and not been the type of person I just get up and go. I'll be dead or in prison, like everyone else. But once I realized that all the things I did by real talk, just doing what I wanted to do, not listening to nobody and traveling, I'm still alive. Woo! Shout to me. Chris Corky, what's good? What you shout to you? Now I need to pull this up. This is my homie from back in the day who knows me. You definitely changed your whole life around. Big salute. My brother, thank you. This my homie. Like, we go way back. Okay? And like I said, you guys, you ain't got to. We invented that we outside shit. Like, Ella tell you, we be like, yo, we outside. Like, come on, get your ass out here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do. Before smartphones, hashtags, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? And I changed everything about me, but I kept traveling. I used to really travel. And he said the DS days, facts. He said, I remember being sleepwalk, my eyes were wide open. But yeah, no, I've been there. I've been driving. The worst part about driving at night, if you're falling asleep, you start seeing things. All the headlights become, is that a butterfly? Like, is that an eagle? Is that a rhinoceros? You be like, huh? What is that? You're falling asleep. So if you ever drive, I used to drive a lot. I put wild miles on the V. Every V I had wild miles on it. I put the miles on it though. If you ever drive and start seeing animation and figures, you're not, well, if you smoke a weed, you're high. You're not high. You're literally about to go to sleep. You, like he said, you are sleep woke. Your eyes are open, but you're going to sleep. And in a minute, your eyes are going to be closed. If you start seeing things, your eyes are going to be closed. Ty said, love going to DR and not being scared to death to drive. Yeah, I love DR. The scariest thing is the motherfuckers can't drive out here. And a Dominican told me that yesterday to my face. Dominicans can't drive, and I'm Dominican. Yeah, I never lied. Steve-O said, brother, take no notice of other YouTubers. They're only jealous because of the way we run. Oh, you already know Steve-O. Shout out to my brother Steve-O. Yeah, we have a good time, man. We live the paradise life for real. Like, that's one thing I could say. But people will tell you, the viewers, that I only tell you come to Sosua. I'm encouraging you to travel. Shout out to everybody be like, Gray, you the reason I'm here. Gray, you the reason I'm traveling. Thank you. That's what I want you to do. Live your life. I ain't telling you what country to go to. I don't care where you go. If you could only go to great adventures for the day, take your ass on a trip. Clear your head, get it out. If you don't drive, take a bus or an Amtrak if you're in the States. Get an Uber. I know Ubers, I don't know how much Uber is in the States. Get an Uber, whatever it is. Ask your homie, say, bro, I'll pay half your fare. I'll put the gas in the car. You drive, let's go. Whatever it is. Just go and enjoy life. Like a lot of us are sitting on a block still to this day. A lot of us are still stuck in that box and we never want to do nothing. I couldn't be that. I could never be that. And L, who's right here in this live, everybody who knows me knows that I was just a free spirit. I just go. I love my peoples. I love my peoples to death, but I would just go. I just want to do something else. Oh, L will tell you, yo, C's and L, y'all, where y'all at? Y'all around? I'm going to the Bronx. Oh, my homies in the Bronx, I'm going to Brooklyn. Y'all want to go to Harlem? Let's go to Harlem. Let's go to 42nd Street. I'm just out. I always wanted to get out and go. I had to move. And I don't know what it is, what it was, but it kept me alive. Because if I had beef from Brooklyn, I was in the Bronx. And not because I was running from the beef, just because I was just going to the Bronx that day. You know? I can tell you stories about running up in people's houses, not running up illegally, walking in people's houses or apartments and telling them, yo, Queen's in the building, move out the way. Exactly how I said it. Matter of fact, if L's still alive, L was there. Exactly how I said it. Queen's in the building, move out the way. That's how I was. I'm never home, but always repping. But I'm Queens till I die. But I was like, Queen's in the building, move out the way. And I ain't gonna say what borough it was. They might get mad at me. And they were like, and the girl's like, nah, y'all better move. These Queens dudes ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, traveling has literally made me a different person. You know, when I would go to North Carolina, South Carolina, just see how people live. Because believe it or not, we still got a lot of America living in poverty, y'all. Yeah, some of y'all may not know this. It's funny when I see videos of people saying they go to those countries to take advantage of them poor women. Have you been to some of the neighborhoods in poverty in America? What is it? Something like 30%? I might be wrong. Let's Google it. So I don't want to say the wrong thing, but someone calls me a liar. How much percentage of America is in poverty? Let's Google it. Google's our friend. How much of America is... The first thing is how much of America is obese. Jesus Christ. Is in poverty. 2022. Oh, 14.4% poverty rate for U.S. So the great United States, who sends money everywhere in the world, still has 14%. Well, as 2022, no excuse, is 14.4%. and it says 3.4 million children 3.4 million more children in poverty. And that was February 2022. Come on, man. 140 million Americans live in poverty. Not poor, poverty. No running water, no lights. When you guys talk, I go to this country because of what's that word they use? What's that word they use? They say, I go to this country because of Jesus Christ, I can't remember the word. Infrastructure. I go to this country because of infrastructure. Nigga, we ain't got infrastructure in places in America. Fuck you talking about? I've been to those places. We got 140 million people, Americans, living in poverty. I'm sure it's more than 14%, but they're saying, I'm sure it's more than 14%, but they throwing a number out there. You know, they got to feel better about themselves. But motherfuckers be like, I go to this country because of the infrastructure. That means you ain't never been nowhere, because I know motherfuckers living in huts in America. Well, I knew. I don't know where they are now. So we got poverty in America. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They go over there to them countries, take advantage of them poverty-stricken people. We got poverty-stricken people in our own country. Hello. Where's the Googlers and YouTubers and Grammars at? And TikTokers talking about that. Stop talking about the passport, bros, and go vote, motherfucker. Jeez, I'm gonna get on my shit. I took a sip of my own drink. Crazy. And I hate I gotta say that, but it's real. Black Mama in the building. What's good, my brother? Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna put. Oh damn! I'm using a sneaker box. I'm using a sneaker box to bring my computer up. Shout out to you with them dope ass kicks. I'm using the sneaker box. I can't pull the sneakers out. Titus CPT said, facts. He be driving to Oakland from LA, and I saw people walk. Yeah, it's crazy. You see things. When you start seeing things, that means you're about to go to sleep, because your mind is already subconsciously asleep. Your eyes are just trying to join your brain. We're going to sleep. You got like a 2-second REM sleep. You don't even realize it. And REM sleep is long, but it's a short sleep. RTC, what's good, said, it was worse for me. I thought the roads were clear while falling asleep and almost rear-ended someone after driving 15 hours straight. Yeah, I've been there. I drove for hours. Said the homies used to thank me for taking them through Beverly Hills and Malibu. Yeah, that's the dope. That's the money. That's the money over there. King Caddy said, what up, Flip? Raised in Detroit. I convinced some of the homies to travel, see the world, because I saw them going down a bad road. It changed their life. We back in Sosua in March. Definitely, bro. See, that's what I mean. And King Caddy, that's what I'm encouraging everybody to do. Whether we friends or not, whether we homies or not. All of y'all watching them, if you watch it tomorrow, if you go on another live and say, fuck flip-flop, that's cool. You still my homie. Travel. Because whatever you're going through, you need a break from it. If you can't go overseas, if you can't go OC out of country, go OT out of town. You choose. Go to casino. Go get a little bullshit room in the casino and go chill. Get a couple of days free. Blow some money at the blackjack table. It's all right. It may equal to an international trip. I'm just saying. But you got to travel, man. Alim, what's good with you? When I tell you this story, like, travel really saved my life. I was in danger every day. And when I started traveling, it was like, Jesus Christ. All my drama, everything that I had going on kind of faded away. I came back to it. Like, I would come back to the hood or back to the block, but it wasn't the same when I came back. When I came back, that same energy wasn't there. Okay, you don't like me, whatever. You ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't seen you in 12 months. Like I told you, every time I came back, they'd be like, yo, you just did a bullet, son? You just came home. I'm like, nah, yeah, I'm just coming home, but I wasn't locked up. I was out of town. You just be going out of town? Yeah, I just be going out of town. That's what I used to do. Shout out to John Williams. Said I started traveling in 2012 and life has been great ever since. That's what's up. That's what it is. That's what it is. Prophet of Rage, appreciate you. DMR, what up? Gotta handle responsibilities first. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm sure it's more than 14%. They got to put their numbers here. They said 140 million. Hold on, shout out to my man Sosa. You have to take pictures of me behind the bar. Girls are starting to ask me why I go to DR so much. I tell them I help my friend. Yeah, yo, we gonna get you. No, we gonna get you the flip flop shirt. Show you, make a video. You making a drink. All right, we got you. Don't worry about it. You already know. We got you. Shout out to the homie Mac from VA, my bro. What's good with you? Yes, Keith table ready for Super Bowl. I told you, let me know if you join in this table so I can put more chairs over there. Shout out to the homie Alvin Lewis. Appreciate that super chat. Flip, how live will Super Bowl be in 2023? And was there earthquake in Sosua today? Yes. First off, Super Bowl is going to be live as hell. I am only doing the boat party Saturday, February 11th. Jump in the Paradise Life boat party. It's going to be dope. If you haven't got your ticket, get yours. And yes, at 7:05 or something like that, when I got in my car, I started the car. Now, here's the wild part. I just walked outside, got in the car, started the car, right? So I get in the car, I get my stuff together, put my keys down, put my phone down, charge my phone. And my car started doing this. And I was like, yo, is my engine about to explode? So I'm listening to my engine because my engine's purring. It's purring. It ain't making no crazy noise for the car to be doing this. And I'm like, yo, is my engine about to explode on me? So I'm looking at the gadgets. I'm like, my engine's not revving. What the fuck is going on? My shit is bouncing like a Cali 6.4. Tight. You already know. Cali 6.4. My shit bouncing. So I opened the window because I'm like, something's wrong. This car should not be. Remember, I told you guys the last earthquake, my bed was bouncing like there was an orgy going on. I wasn't invited. So I'm like, why is my car? I said, wait a minute. I rolled the window down, stuck my head out the window and looked. All the wires were bouncing and all the power lines were moving. And I said, oh, it's an earthquake. Okay. And at the same time, young Jay text, y'all feel like earthquake? I'm like, man, my car was bouncing like a Cali 6.4. My shit was. And, my car is down, but I guess the earth was moving so much. And the wild part is about that, the center of the earthquake was in Bani. Now, this is what makes me worried. It was a 5.6 earthquake in Bani. Bani is 7-8 hours away from here. And I felt that earthquake like it was right here. They felt it in Puerto Rico. I heard they felt it in Cuba too. But it was in Bani, which is other side of the island. And my car was doing this. Crazy. Then when I drove out to drive to work, I'm driving and everybody's running outside. People screaming, oh my God. Da, da, da. So it was, I felt it. It was and it lasted pretty long. Like I said, the whole time I'm in the car, I'm thinking something's wrong with my engine. I'm thinking my engine's revving back and the car is moving. So I even said when she young Jay said, yo, it was an earthquake. I said, this was a long earthquake. Like, earthquake is what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. I could have sworn this was like 30, 40 seconds because everything I told y'all I did. I'm sitting in the car like, damn, my engine? What is that? But my engine's purring. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this car? What's happening? Then I thought, like, as I'm telling you, this is exactly how I'm thinking. So count each second that's going by. And then I roll the window down and go, oh, it's an earthquake. Okay. And then young Jay texts my phone. Well, she texts the group. And the earthquake was still going. And then I'm like, yeah, that's wild. Then it stopped. My car stopped. And I said, all right, get out of here. But like I said, there's 370 earthquakes a year, and there's only 365 days. That earthquake only bothers me because for the epicenter to be so far, and we felt it so strong. Some people, JC say he didn't feel it. Some people said they didn't feel it at all. But for the earthquake, for the epicenter to be so far and us feel it over here, that's kind of wild to me. So we'll see. But I definitely felt the earthquake today. It was definitely different. Elvis, what's good? Yes, traveling is a natural revitalizer. Hey, he said Haiti. I don't know about that. Traveling opens your minds and broaden your horizons. 100%. 100%. ROI, hit me up on the email. The boat party is 100% on. I'll type the email right here. Boat party is 100% on. Going on Saturday the 11th. And then you guys know the 12th is the game. I'm pretty much almost sold out. I'm going to buy some extra chairs for the game, but after you guys, pretty much almost sold out. paradiselyfe@gmail. Hit me up for the information of boat party or go to my Instagram. Either way. I can't read that. There you go. Since closing the book. So here you go. Unless you got to travel, man. You got to travel. Private Rage, you have a good night, man. Appreciate you. Keep traveling. I told you, man. Pull up, gang. Shout to you. Yeah, hit that email if you want to join the party. It's gonna be dope, man. I got some spots left. I got 4 boats, 3 or 4. I forgot. But it's gonna be a dope party, as we always do. You guys know how we do it. I mean, Paradise Life. These are the shirts. Shout out to my man Steve Brody. That's the limited edition shirts, Paradise Life Super Bowl. And we got the Paradise Life World Travel that I had on the other day, as well as the I Support Mr. Flip Flop. They're back in stock. Sophia Felix, I don't know if you're still watching this. I'll be sending your shirts to you soon. I just got to get them in my hands. They'll be here soon. Well, I don't know about good construction material, but you know, these hurricanes, these earthquakes don't seem to do too much damage. Like if it gets to like what was it, Haiti? Was it a 7 something? If it gets to them high ones, it's gonna do nothing. It don't matter how good they're built. But there's always little earthquakes every single day here. It's just once in a while you feel them. There you go, Sophia. I didn't forget you. I didn't forget you. I got you. So like I said, the shirts, Steve is here, Brody's here. He already started on the shirts. I will have a bunch of shirts at the bar tomorrow, and whoever I owe shirts to, including you, Sophia, I will send it to you, and I will send you the bill later. But I owe you guys shirts, so I'll send them. Tyke said, my 20-year-old daughter, Kiki, has never seen anything like Sosua, and she'll be with me at Flip Flop for Super Bowl. Don't worry about it, because at Flip Flop, you ain't gonna see too much, so don't worry about it. Flip Flop, we keep it PG. Like I said, my biggest flex is only businesses that use women to promote their business. That's not what I do. Everybody's welcome at my business. Everybody's welcome to enjoy themselves. So my biggest flex is when you at Flip Flop, you at Flip Flop. Camaraderie, the sports, talking shit, having a good meal, having good drinks. That's what we do at Flip Flop. So your daughter will have a great time. Trust me when I tell you. Dennis asked me about my picks. You got to give me a week. And I'll tell you why. You got to give me a week, and I'll tell you why. You got to give me a week because Philly has the best overall team. I'm going to break this down here. Listen to me clear. Turn this shit up. Philly has the best defense and the best offense overall in this game, right? But Kansas City has Mahomes and Andy Reid. I'm going to break this down to you. Well, they remind me of Kobe and Phil Jackson. Jordan and Phil Jackson. I'm going to write the plays up. You go get it done. And Mahomes be like, you write the plays up, I'll get it done. That's my biggest thing about this game. If it was Cincinnati, I'm saying, even though Burrow's my dog, I'm saying Philly. Because it's just an overall dope-ass team as far as talent. They won't – now, for you Philly fans, oh, my God, you Philly fans, you're losing a lot of players next year. You're losing a lot of players. So don't think it's going to be the same team. And since you guys got this core right now, which you might lose about 8 guys, they all want to play and win the chip. So Philly's going to be balling. But Kansas City has Mahomes and Reed, who remind me of Kobe and Phil Jackson or Jordan and Phil Jackson. I'm going to write the plays. You execute. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm really sitting there like, oh, man, this could be out of this world. ROI said about the beach party. No, I'm not doing a beach party. This year, because of Halloween, it's been so crazy. Here's my focus every year. So here's going to be my focus. Super Bowl is always going to be a boat party. And then the game viewing and flip-flop, okay? Memorial Weekend is going to be a boat party. July 4th, if I got enough people hit me up, boat party. Halloween will be everything. If some guys want ATV Super Bowl, I'll set that up for them. They can do the ATV Super Bowl. But Halloween will be everything. Halloween's the major event. That's when some of you guys already booked your damn flight. I already sold a bunch of Halloween tickets. The reason I did that is because Halloween is a lot for me. It burns me out a little bit. So Super Bowl, you guys are coming, cool. Some people don't even book Super Bowl until they know their team's going to the game. So cool. But Super Bowl's gonna be what it is. Boat party gonna be dope. We got Paradise Dolls pulling up. If you don't know who that is, look it up. Paradise Dolls coming, special invited guests. They're coming to the boat party. I got my crew coming to the boat party, so definitely pull up. And then Memorial Weekend be the same thing. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. Ty said, no, of course, cuz you already know. Don't worry about that. Like I said, it's gonna be way different. There you go. Jesse said, always a good vibe. We say, Chad, I told you the bird. Hey, you did, but like I said, it'll be a different game if Purdy ain't get hurt. Different game. We got bet spots right by flip flop, right down the block. Not right, like a block and a half from flip flop, not even a whole 2 blocks. Well, he'll be healed, but like I said, this is Mahomes. See, what you guys don't know is Mahomes is great. They're great at dinking and dunking. I told you guys against the Giants what I noticed about them. They got the deep threat. It don't matter. Dink and dunk until the deep threat is open, and they go deep. They're just really, really smart at how they play, which is why I'm glad, hopefully he stays that way. Mike Kafka is my offense coordinator. He comes from that Andy Reid mold. You know what I'm saying? If you saw some of the plays we ran where Daniel Jones went behind his back and handed it off, that's a Kansas City play. You know what I'm saying? We run in some of Kansas City's plays. The motion, all that motion that Kansas City does is to create mismatches. All the motion in the offense, you guys think he just going over there. No, he's motioning to get a linebacker on a receiver to watch what the defense does. Are you in man coverage? Well, if I'm motioning, you follow me, you're in man. So it's a lot of technical stuff for Andy Reid. And Andy Reid went to 4 straight NFC Championship games with Donovan McNabb. 1 Super Bowl. Andy Reid is a genius. So one thing I can say about that's the only thing I'm looking at this game. So give me another week, I'll make my decision. Oh, bro, I can only give it that analogy because it's not just the player. This is the coach and the player. Yeah, we know Mahomes is great, but is he great with another coach? Andy Reid draws those plays up. Andy Reid uses Mahomes in the function he knows he can use him in. What did Phil Jackson do? Put Jordan in a position to win. Put Kobe in a position to win. He didn't run plays for Shaq. He ran plays for Kobe. You know what I mean? You got to think about that. Yeah, Tyson Fury, my dude, about that. I don't know who you fighting next. El Delore, Paradise Life, appreciate you. J. Doc, great, got anything planned for? The tank fight will be on, excuse me, guys. The tank fight will be on at Flip Flop. I will be traveling to save my life. All right? But the tank fight will be on the Flip Flop. Taylor, the biggest troll on internet. Greg was riding Dolo from state to state. Yeah, he was. I ride Dolo from state to state. Is you about it, fool? He goes, is that the illest nigga in Nebraska? Is you? That's where I get the Nebraska line from. Now I know why I'm always saying niggas in Nebraska telling me what's going on in Sosua. Thank you, Taylor. That's where I get the line from. Is that the illest nigga in Nebraska? Is you about it, fool? That's where I get the line. Why I'm always saying people in Nebraska tell me what's going on. I never thought about it. That's why I get the Nebraska. People are, why are you always talking about Nebraska? Because Nebraska is like the furthest thing from your mind, right? The furthest place you're never going to go to. Thank you, Taylor. I'm low from state to state. That's funny as hell. I got to load that clip and play it one day. It's hard. You got to look. There's some places. All right, so there are some spots, holding spots secretly. You got to look. It's going to be hard, though. Or you're going to have to stay in the – I'll find Airbnbs. There will be some Airbnbs to the side here and there, just outside the strip. But I'm sure you can find a spot. My homie Prince Nassim said, yo, Flip, they got to get you a job at ESPN Sports Center, your sports breakdown game. I tell you, I know my sports. You done sat there at the bar. I know my sports. I done told motherfuckers about their team. They're like, what? I'm like, you don't even know your own team? Shout out to you, though. I know my sports. That's one thing. A lot of people pull up the flip-flop just to talk shit and test my sports acumen. But trust me, I know. Jim Rat 0908, excuse me, was good. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you very much. Said, what's good, Flip? I hit up Checking Effect. Shout out to Checking Effect. On the gram yesterday, he had to do content on countries nobody really talked. He shouted you out too. His content definitely will make you want to spread out. Yes, and look, shout to Check. Shout to Barber's World, Zoe. These guys go everywhere. And that's the thing. They're experiencing things nobody really experiences. Like, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to my spots. I'm doing my bucket list, but I will be bouncing to countries that no one goes to. And not just because I'm following these guys, but when I see their videos and I go, that's what I do. I just haven't done it internationally. I just go places. So I love what they do. And I'm watching, like, I'll be in Costa Rica this year because of Checking Effect. Shout out to Steve-O. We going to Costa Rica. I watched 2 of his videos, and I was like, yeah, okay, got me sold. I'm going. I always said I won't go to Costa Rica. Now I'm going. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I love guys like them because they're getting up and they're traveling, going places, showing you other sides of life. Like, you got to understand something. Check is my man. Zoe is I love those guys. And they're always on a plane somewhere, just traveling. And that's what you need to do now. They not in the hood, stuck in the hood. I done kicked it with Check. I done kicked it with Zoe. Well, I really just kicked it. And I admire what they do. They fuck with me, I fuck with them. But I always tell them I admire you guys. You guys really just go out and do your thing. That's dope. Now, if I didn't have a business to run, I would be every 2 weeks in a different country. But I'm going to start traveling more. So, yeah, I appreciate them. I appreciate that too, man. I appreciate that. ROI, let me see what he said. He said, I messaged you flip-flop. You probably don't remember me, but I always show love. Your events are always on point. I appreciate it. And ROI, I'm not sure exactly who you are, but if I see you, I definitely remember you. But appreciate you. Noble Sincere in the building. Said, what it do, great? Southside Jamaica Queens in the building. You already know. Southside Jamaica Queens, say the whole thing. Oh, shout to my man Wilson. Shout out to all the noobs. He gave me a dope saying today. I'm gonna hit my man tomorrow. Get a little slogan. You know, I'll say, make your first stop flip-flop. Well, shout to Bo Rakes. He came with that slogan. So make your first stop flip-flop, right? So today, Mama Wilson said, I'll be there in a couple weeks. He said, what did he say? Hold on. I don't want to say it wrong because it was a dope slogan. And I told him I'm definitely going to take this. Oh, where's it at? Hold on. And I still got Super Bowl boxes for you guys that want it. It said, wait a minute. Okay. So my man said, I'll be there in a couple weeks. Bags down, wings up. I don't care. If you don't laugh, you don't laugh. I love it. He said, bags down, wings up. I said, I'm taking that, bro. And like I said, I still got Super Bowl boxes. So if you want some, here you go, man. Because I'm going to put that up there. I'm never going to hate. Never going to hate. Free Society in the building. Shout to Free Society. The Paradise Life Halloween 2022 videos coming out tomorrow. Produced by Free Society. My brother, who's produced many videos for me. That's my homie. I rock with him. He's done some really dope content. Well, he had McNabb in Philly. They did their thing in Philly. Philly did their thing with McNabb. A lot of people don't like McNabb, but he did his thing. See you Sunday, Mo. Have a good one. The squares are 25. Hit me up. I will send you. It's a whole paragraph. Shout to Don. He wrote it up. Because shout to my man Fox. He just hit me up. He wrote it up. I actually got mad at my man Dave. He was like, "You got the squares?" I said, "Bro, the squares went for a while." I'm gonna send it. I'm sorry. Hit me up. I'll send you the information for the squares. It's digital. It's digital. $25, and you pick your square. We got a bunch of squares left. I will send Fox. I'll send it to you in a minute. Jose, what's good with you? Las Vegas Sports Tour. Yeah, that video video's dope. Free Society always does his thing. Always does his thing. So it'll be out tomorrow. Ali, what's good with you? Hit that like button. Living in the building. I'm be doing a video. I should start editing the video this weekend. Yeah, we definitely went over 1K, but that includes rent. But I have the whole breakdown for you guys. Let me ask you a question. Should I do the video live or should I do just a recorded video and you guys watch it? Because some of the lives be going too long and people tell me they don't watch my lives. Las Vegas in the building, shout to you. But I will 100%. Okay, you guys who hit me right now, Ted, I just got your message. I will send you the information. Hit me up. I'll send you the information for the boxes because I still got boxes left. I actually told my boy today they're probably going to go in the next 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure it's going to go. But for tonight, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys understand. I got to go to my thing. Hold on. We're going to do this right now. I got to do my flip side. We're back on Wednesday Night Raw. So we got to go to the flip side. All right. So if you guys watched the whole live, appreciate you. If you did not, go back and watch some of my stories. I'm telling you right now, I thank God every day I'm still here. I don't do the speech on my birthday no more. I was told I was going to be here. I was going to make it. I'm here. I made it. Look at me now. That's all I care about. I'm living my best life as much as I can. But when I tell you that every single trip that I've taken in my life, someone has died while I was away or went to prison while I was away. That's what I mean when I say travel saved my life. I don't care what anybody tells you about me, what anybody feels about me. They tell you, don't listen to Flip Flop. Don't go to his restaurant. Don't eat his crappy wings. None of it. Okay, cool. But can you do me a motherfucking favor? Go down to the post office, get you a passport, and get on a motherfucking plane and go somewhere. You ain't got to come to DR. But travel and understand that feeling you're going to feel when you get off a plane in another world. Because when you leave America, it's another world. Okay? My first trip was to the Bahamas. And when I tell you my life changed immediately. First off, I'd already been in the process of changing my life. But my life changed immediately. I was like, I'm on an island. There's a 12-foot snowstorm in America right now, in New York. There's the worst snow-easter in like 70 years, they said. How they know that? Because 70 years ago, I don't know. But anyway. And even the Bahamas was kind of chilly. But I'm there, I'm watching. They say, that's Oprah and Jordan's island. They're the only two houses on the island. And I'd walk over and I'd be like, shout to you, Oprah. Shout to you, Jordan. I see you. You want an island, your own island. So you know what I did? I live on my own island. Except there's other people here. There's other people in this island, but I live in my own island, in my own world. Get on a plane and go somewhere. If you cannot go internationally, if you can't go OC out of country, do like we did all the time before I had a passport. Go OT out of town, find you a town, tie it down, go to the resort, whatever you want. Just do it. Get out of your neighborhood. Get out of your house. If you don't want to do a family trip, get away from your family for a couple days. Just clear your head, and you'll see how different you feel. You'll see how different life is when you take a moment to breathe and actually live your life. You ain't got to listen to me. I'm just living the paradise. What's that say? What's that say in the corner right here? Where's my finger going? That way. Here we go. It's just paradise life. I'm just living the paradise life. That's all I'm doing. And it came from traveling. It came from living my best life as much as I can. So you ain't got to do nothing for me. Do it for yourself. I love when people come by and thank me that I'm the reason they travel. They come by and thank me that I'm the reason they got a passport. I love that. I get emotional. I had a conversation with someone, and they were so emotional how their life changed by getting on a plane. And it made me kind of emotional. And I was like, yo, thank you, man. Like, if you guys ever come to the bar, you have no idea how many times I say thank you. Because I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything I have. You ain't got to come to the flight. You ain't got to buy none of them wings. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you ain't got to do. You ain't got to listen to me right now. But do yourself a favor and travel somewhere and enjoy life for one moment. And I guarantee that one moment to change everything. You know, go away. And if you come back, hey, the pipes done burst. It was too cold. All right. Watch how easily and nonchalantly you handle things. How things will not be, I'm pulling my hair up. It'll be, the pipes burst. All right, we gotta find some money to fix that. And you'll just be a little easier going because you done cleared your space. You cleared your head. Go on a hike. Do something. So that's what I'm encouraging you today. The whole title says it basically everything I want to tell you. And if you heard any of the stories and paid attention to anything I said, travel definitely saved my life. You know, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't just get up and go places, even when it was just out of town. That's what I'm telling you. Just go somewhere. You know, go to a casino, go to a hotel outside the casino, stay in the hotel, go to the casino, have some drinks. You know, if you play the slots, you get free drinks at the casino. So just if you didn't know that. So go to a casino, get you a hotel, go to the casino, bring you a couple dollars, just throw in the slots and get free drinks. They want you to tip, but get free drinks. It's free. You know, just to clear your head. Go get you a steak. Go do something. But from me to you, man, and I'm going to get to the comments. From me to you, ladies, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, get somewhere and do something. Get out of your everyday routine. Get out of your basic routine. Get out of that thing that you call life. And you be like, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers that sit home and do absolutely nothing and tell you all types of shit. That's cool. What I'm telling you, get out of that motherfucking chair. Turn YouTube off. Get on a plane or get in the Uber. Go somewhere. That's what I'm telling you. I made was it $400 a month on YouTube? Not because I'm getting views. I don't get views, but I want you to improve yourself. I want to help change your life, improve your life by traveling. Coming to Sosua, coming to Flip Flop is not mandatory, but doing something better for yourself, that's what I demand of you. I demand greatness and positivity and more life and more success and more positivity for everybody. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You don't gotta believe me, because allegedly I only want you to come to Sosua for my motherfucking wings, whatever. But I trust in me that I really want you to travel to experience how my life changed so you can change your life. Let me get to these comments. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Let me take that down. There we go. Let me catch up on the comments. Ali said BX in the building. There we go. Yeah, we can't bet until the day of the game. So shout out to Steve-O. But I'll have my picks next week. I know the spread is 2.5. Appreciate that, Nick. Throw them trees up. Trevor in the building. You here, bro. Don't worry about it. You can catch the replay. Shout out to you. Triggs, what's good with you? Better late than never. Sky Holloway. Omen Timepiece in the building. Make sure I check the commercial out for Omen. 100%. I don't speak no crap. Spanish speak Spanish now. Late to the party, but we love you. El Delor, appreciate it. Let me get them trees up before we get out of here. Guys, I love you so much. Like, share, subscribe. If somebody's sitting on that corner, and I mean corner, when I say corner, I mean that block, that box, they don't move. When somebody's sitting there, show them this video and tell them all the stories or repeat all the stories I told to you of how I'm still alive to this day because I traveled. So I love you guys. 29 in the building. What up? Hey, you already know you got to travel, man. Like I said, you don't have to CDR if you don't want to. A lot of people are like, oh, don't listen to Flip Flop. That's cool, but travel somewhere. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Put them trees up. 29 in the building. You guys stay tuned for more. Stay tuned tomorrow afternoon. The Halloween party, the biggest party of the year, video produced by Free Society, will be up on my channel. Y'all go check that shit out. It is so dope. I'm very mad at Free for one of the scenes, but it is what it is. And then we got some more stuff coming, man. Big shout out to Free Society, man. He got some dope content. I'm always telling him, bro, I need you to film. I need you to film. I need you to film because, you know, things is crazy. I'm too busy doing these parties, and he always holds me down. So big shout out to him. Shout out to you guys. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Mr. Flip Flop, and we out.